What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another one. So in today's video, I guess we're just going to do a cabin vlog. This will be the first time you guys get to see my cabin. So, well, not just mine, my family's. But we're just up here for today, and tomorrow me and my dad came up just kind of cut the grass and get shit done around here. But because the last time we were up was like a couple weeks ago for a week. We were up here for a week, and yeah, but it's been since then. My uncle was just up a little bit ago, but the grass is back to looking like a damn field, so we decided to come up and cut the grass. So, and if you're wondering why this video is a little bit different, I forgot the GoPro, so I'm just recording this off my phone, as you can see, just off my phone. So maybe it'll be better, because I still haven't figured out the GoPro about how to get the audio to be better. Like if you notice in any of my other videos, sometimes my audio is like really quiet. I think it's because of the case or something, but yeah, so I guess we'll do a little tour here. Since I don't have the GoPro, I'm just gonna stop this and flip the camera, and I'll see you guys back in like a second. So here she frickin' blows. Beautiful little cabin. This is first floor, second floor is just bedrooms and everything. Well, actually, it's not even bedrooms, it's just a bunch of beds on the second floor. But yeah, she's pretty nice. Here's some pictures of when it was actually built, back in 1954. Yeah, let's get a little outside view here. Dad's down there using the weed whacker, so hopefully you can hear me. But there she is outside. She's a nice little cabin. The only thing that sucks is this right here. We own this plot and we own a bunch of the forest. So we tried to buy this because it went up for auction, but the deeds were like messed up for the plots of land, and apparently we bought our own land back because the deeds got screwed up, and then somebody else bought this. It's a wonky story. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the whole story, but long story short, some guy bought this and he asked just for some of the trees to be cleared so he could put a trailer in there, right? Well, the landscaper decided, well, he took it as, let's clear the whole fucking plot of land with absolutely nothing on it now. You know, so it kind of sucks, you know, but that guy, he's pretty nice. You know, he felt so bad he planted these trees just to try and give us some privacy back. He's apologizing to us, you know, and it's not his fault. He told them that's what he wanted, and the landscaper just decided to do his own thing. But yeah, we still own this plot and then all the forest, so that's nice. We want to try and buy this, you know, just so that doesn't happen up there, because we do like being surrounded. That's kind of the nice thing about being up here. You're by yourself. But yeah, so we're just getting the grass cut here. As you can see, it's decently high. But Dad's yelling at the weed whacker. Something must have happened. But yeah, this mower ain't that bad. The only problem with it is if you're on hills, it kind of cuts the engine out and just puffs out white smoke. I have a clip of it doing it last year because I was just trying to catch on video. So I'll actually throw that clip in right here. So yeah, that's what that one does. This one was my grandma's. It's not bad, but it just will cut out on you as you're mowing. So that one kind of is better. Dad's coming around the tractor, so that's gonna be loud. So let's step back here so you guys can hear me. So flip this around here. So that's not bad, but I'd probably lean to that one just because that one, it's only if you're on a major hill. I should add that. Like if you're back here where it's like hilly, now obviously you wouldn't be running over these fucking stumps or anything. But if you're like down there in divots and stuff, that's when it'll cut out. But for the most part, like just cutting up there or on semi-flat areas, it's not bad. But yeah, I think I'm gonna use the other one today and probably just gonna cut around right here. Guess I'll set up my phone and do a time lapse. So let's go ahead and do that. Get the grass cut. And there she is. Hopefully she stays running for me. that's that. Got that done. If you're wondering why Dad kept running over where I cut with the tractor, it's because, like I said, the mowers are kind of shit, and they kept cutting in and cutting out, so it would leave stragglers behind. The only time it really cut out on me, though, like completely died, was up there by the shed when I was doing that time lapse. I don't know if you could see me pulling it to get it to fire up again. Only took 5 pulls to get it restarted, which is, you know, a decent amount of pulls to get it started. But compared to when we were up here a couple weeks ago for the week, and it cut out like 15 frickin' times just going around the cabin, yeah, it was kind of nice not having it cut out. It wanted to. It wanted to, though. When I was like right here, it was like dying. That's why the time lapse looks fast, but I was like walking like really slow, letting this motor catch back up. But yeah. What are we gonna do next? Probably go check trail cameras. We got one right up here. It's by a salt lick we have placed up there. I already grabbed the SD card out of it, but I might just go up and show you where it is. This is a funny story. That's one of my uncle's cameras up there that we placed when we were up here for the week. Now, he told us to place one of his cameras across the creek on a tree so that he could watch in the pines over there. He said, don't make it super hard so that I can find it. Well, I didn't make it super hard. Well, me and my dad both didn't make it super hard. We both placed it together. It's literally in an open area like this, on a tree like that. And yeah, long story short, he can't freaking find it. He said he was searching for it for 4 hours. So yeah, it's literally right over there. But my dad's camera is over there and there somewhere. So we'll go grab them, see if we got any pictures of bear, buck, see what we got on them. And if we see anything else that's worth recording, I'll record it. So yeah. So here's the salt lick area. Right there's where the trail camera is. You can see I already got the SD card out of it. But right here's where we have the salt lick. You can see the ground is just tore up right here. Deer are loving this. They actually chomped that down quite a bit, actually. We just put that block there this year, and it's already 3/4 of the way gone. Whenever it gets down low like that, we always get a new one and move the eaten one down here. And the half-eaten one is completely gone. We had like a 1/4 to a 1/2 of a one down here when we replaced that one, and like I said, moved that one down there. It's completely gone. They just tore it up. But yeah, so we'll check that SD card. That's down in the camp. Right there's where the camp is. So it's literally like right up here, 50 yards ish. But yeah, so we'll go grab the other SD cards, and then we'll go ahead and check, see what we got on it. See if we got any bucks, see if we got any bear. That's typically what we get, is deer and bear up here. Got a couple turkeys on this one, which was pretty nice. But yeah, actually, cool story with this one. I might be able to show you the videos. We actually got deer fighting here. I was gonna say buck or doe, but well, I was actually gonna say doe, but it was back when they were just starting to grow their antlers, so you could barely tell if they were a buck or a doe. But yeah, they were standing up on their hind legs right here fighting. We got the whole thing on video, so that's pretty sweet. I'll have to show you that video if I have it saved on the computer. Pretty sure I do. But we're gonna head over here. Probably gonna go grab them before I show you that video, and then we can just look at all the pictures together and I can show you that video. But yeah, let's cross the creek and get these cameras. All right, guys, so we're over here at Dad's camera right here. Right here's the deer trail I was talking about. Looks pretty, well, still looks active, which is good. He was feeling lazy, so he just brought the computer across the creek. Hopefully he doesn't fall in on the way back, because that's a lot of money down the drain. But grab this camera, and then maybe, oh god, let's not take 4 hours like Mike did to find the camera, even though it's literally right down there. But hopefully we can find it. So putting the SD card back in this one, let's head over to this one. So I just realized I completely forgot to show you guys the upstairs of the cabin, where I just said it was a bunch of beds. So anyway, here's the stairwell. Bunch of stairs coming up. And then up here, you got beds. Beds, beds, and more beds. And a homemade shower. Frickin' nifty. Got a little pump, got a little bucket. That's all you frickin' need right there, boys. But yeah. Now about the trail cam. So, yeah, we couldn't really find it. I know we said we knew where it was, and we did know where it was, but there's a problem. It's not on the tree that we placed it. We confirmed it. You know, first we walked over without the GPS, just thinking we knew which tree it was on, and I pointed out the tree. I was confident that was the tree it was on, but we weren't sure, so we walked back thinking it wasn't there. Dad wanted to make sure, so he grabbed the GPS. We walked over, and it was pinned dead on that tree. So, two things could have happened. One, someone just stole it. Two, a bear ripped it off. Now, let's start with number one. Number one, I just want to say, guys, if you see somebody's trail camera, just leave it the hell alone. Seriously, like, you know, people actually spend a lot of money for trail cameras, especially when you get into the higher end ones that take really good quality, and like some of them, they send notifications to your phone and you can watch live videos off of them. Like, they get pricey. Now granted, the one we had over there was just a cheap one. That's not the point. It was still somebody else's property. If someone actually took it, it was our property and they took it, you know. And stealing's wrong, kids, so don't steal. But there's another possibility, and this I'm kind of leaning to more because we got a bear doing this, in quotations, that's where this is going. So a bear could have ripped it off, because we have a bear that's like has a fetish with trail cameras and ripping shit off of everything. When we were up here for the week, we brought 2 new hummingbird feeders. Within the week that we were there, woke up one morning and the one hummingbird feeder was ripped off the cabin and shattered all over the ground. He just wanted to rip it off for shits and giggles, I guess. Okay, so we have the other one up. Got up here for this little 2-day cut the grass trip. Yeah, that one's on the ground too. And that one was hung up high. So he really went for that one. And so there's a possibility the trail camera could have just got ripped off, because my dad actually had one of his trail cameras ripped off the tree, the one that we actually went and looked at. The brackets on that are actually broke, or the strap connector. I'm having a brain fart, I can't remember what it's called. But the thing how you tighten it on the tree, basically. That thing's all busted up, and you actually got to tie a knot to the tree now in the webbing, because there's no, you know, latch or anything to hold it onto the tree, because the bear just completely ripped that shit off. But the cool part is, while we're on the topic of talking about this, I got all the pictures off. I got them sorted. I'm going to go through the pictures with you guys and show you guys all the deer we got. And I did throw in some pictures of the bear, because on that trail cam, we actually did get a bear toying with it and trying to rip it off. So I don't know what this bear's problem is. I just think he has a fetish with trail cameras and ripping things off of buildings and everything like that. But yeah, so I guess we can head downstairs and I'll hop on the computer. I got each file sorted. I got the Salt Lick camera pictures, got the Creek camera pictures, and then a little kind of special triple buck thing, which you guys will find out what that is in probably a couple minutes. So yeah, let's hop downstairs and get on the computer. See you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so got all the pictures sorted out into different albums. Got Cross Creek Camera 1, Salt Lick Camera 1, Triple Buck Review, and then the one that I just did while I was looking at the pictures is No Tail Whitetail, and we'll get into what that is in a bit. So we're going to start with Cross Creek Camera 1, and like I said, I was going to show you the bear attacking the camera, so I threw them pictures in here with the deer. So this is actually a pretty sweet picture right here. Hello. And you can see, you go through, and you can see that he's just having fun, just messing with the camera and playing with it. And you can see in this picture now, he has the camera all cattywampus. So, but yeah, first buck here, just a little spike. I didn't put any like little button bucks or anything in here. The only deer I really put are more than ear length, basically, or forks. You know, no little button bucks. But yeah, so you got a spike here, and then, can you see this deer? He's right over here in the corner, looking like a freaking totem pole. Look at him. Look at this dude, he's just over here in the corner. Look at that guy. This guy's just a 4, it looks like. It looks like he got brow tines here. His main beams are fat, though. Look at that. Yeah, he's just peeking in. Then you got this buck over here. Looks like he's just a 6. And then this buck's going to be next. The only reason I didn't put him first is because he's bigger and I was going smallest to biggest. But yeah, you can see this guy. This guy looks pretty decent. It looks like he's a 7 now. Well, I don't know if you can count this as a point right now. But he got a little G3 growing in right here. I can't tell if there's a G3 growing in over here. Well, maybe it's just because of the camera angle. But you can see a little nub right here growing. So he's a pretty good looking buck. And then you got this buck. This buck kind of looks like it has the mange a little bit. You know, he's losing hair a little bit, but I can't tell if he's a 6, 7, or an 8. you can clearly see he's a 6. You know, he got the G2, G3, and the G4 main beam, and brow tines. I can't tell if that's a brow tine. That might be a brow tine. I'm not sure. This is the only picture that I could clearly see the antlers. All the rest were blurry. I got like 3, and this was the only one that I could actually see the antlers. So that one I'm not quite sure about. And this picture actually has 3 bucks in it. Took me a while to find them all. But this one, you can see right here. Zoom in a little bit farther. This looks like the 6 we might have saw earlier. He kind of looks like a pronghorn. Pronghorn antelope. His antlers kind of curl there. Might just be the way the picture was taken. But you scroll over here. Got another buck here hiding in the grass. Looks like an 8 possibly. You got the brow tines, got the G2, G3, and G4 main beams. And then you got over here where there he is. Zoom in a little bit more. He's hard to see. All you see is his little head poking out right here. But you can see, in fact, that is a deer. You can see the antlers coming out here. He might be a 6. I can't tell if he has G3s growing because he has the brow tines and he has G2s growing on each side. But I can't tell if he has G3s growing. Oh, that's it. Alright. Let's go to Salt Lick camera. So, got these 2 bucks right here. They kind of just look similar, so I just threw them in. There's nothing really special about them besides they look similar. Then you got this guy. I think this is the same spike as the other camera. He looks pretty much identical. Then you got Mr. Selfie here. Mr. Hello, let me get some camera action. He's like really close. But he's not very big. Got brow tines here. Looks like his main beams are really short. But he got a little nub growing off here. Little bump possibly there. Not quite sure there. And then you got Mr. Photobomber in the background. This buck, I'm not sure, but it might possibly be the same buck as this buck, the one here in front. And then you got this buck. I'm pretty sure is just a 4. I don't see any brow tines. All I see is just forks growing up here. So, yeah, he's pretty wide though. And this buck I thought was the same buck as the other bucks, as the one I just said looked like the other buck. But this guy actually has a little G2 growing here. The other one did not. He just had like a little bump. This one has a visible G2 growing here. So he's forking out on the end here. And he also has decent brow tines. So I think he might have a fork growing on this side. That might just be the tree, but he might have a fork growing on over there. And then you got this buck. Now I want you to look at this buck. Look at the rumple area. It does not look like he has a tail. And I actually did further evidence on this because I got multiple pictures of this guy. And that's where we come into no tail, white tail. So if you look at this picture. It does not look like there's much of a tail there at all. And if you scroll through, like this just looks like a little poof. And here's a daytime picture, and it's actually, I did a little comparison here, down here in these pictures. Where am I looking? Don't need that picture, don't need that picture, just need these 2. So right here he is, and here's a doe standing in the exact same position, but look at how you can see the tail. You can clearly see the tail dangling from here. But when he's standing here, all you see is this little floof poof. So I'm assuming this guy has no tail, which is kind of nice because then you can pick him out from other bucks. Where were we? We were here. So moving on, it looked like them 2 are traveling together. These 2 guys, no tail, and this guy, because they're both here together. They were actually multiple days, I think they were here together. And then you got this guy, Mr. Wide Stance. This guy is freaking wide. Look at this guy. Here's where his ears end, and his antlers go all the way out to here. At first, I thought he was, where is he? This guy. But looking at it, the picture closer and zooming it in and stuff, I noticed he has a decent sized G2 growing here. And these pictures were only a couple days apart, and there's no frickin' way he grew that size of a G2 in a couple days. So, and plus he looks like he got brow tines. So, I think that's another buck. This buck looks like just your standard 8-point. He's actually a pretty solid 8-point. You got your brow tines, G2, G3, and then your main beams. This is the only 10-point we got on the camera. And might I say, he is a fine looking 10-point. Look at this thing. Got the brow tines. Got, wait, yeah, that right there is the brow tine. I'm pretty sure. Because then you got the G2, G3, G4, and then the main beam. And you got it perfectly symmetrical on the other side. So, that's pretty sweet. To me, he looks like a small-bodied deer, though. This ain't the only picture I got of him, and from all the other angles, he looks small in the body, you know, so, I don't know. And this is where the triple buck review comes in, because these kind of look similar to the other bucks that we saw in the other camera, but if you look at these, this guy right here, he's an 8, and we'll hop over here to the triple buck review real quick. So you can see he has, 3 up top on each side, 2 up top, then including the main beam. That makes 3. You can see in this picture you got a brow tine here, and in this picture you can see a brow tine there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you really look, you can kind of see a brow tine there. Plus, in this picture, you can also get a good view of this guy, which kind of looked like the deer that you could easily see in the one where they were in the Cross Creek camera, where those 3 buck were in the picture. He looked like the one where I called him an antelope. So he might be him. But this next buck right here, I don't think that's the one that was hidden in the grass, because he looks small. He looks like he only has forks. All the pictures I got of him were freaking blurry, of course. But, so I can't tell if he has brow tines. All of them were either blurry or his butt was in frame or something. So, kind of sucks, but I'm pretty sure that's not the same buck. So we'll hop back here. I got one video that we got off the other camera. This is just a nice 8. This is up here by the salt lick. He's feeding for a while. We'll skip to where he actually puts his head up. Put your head up, buddy. Come on. There you go. So you can see he's a pretty decent looking buck. Got pretty symmetrical brow tines. G2s are pretty even. Let me pause it here. Go back. Go back, go back, go back. It kind of looks like his right G3 is a little bit longer than his left G3. Maybe that's just me, maybe that's just the angle, but that's just the way it kind of looks for me. Right there, they're like in line, but it's dark, so you can't really tell if the one behind it is longer or not. But yeah, so that is basically all the deer that we got on the camera as of now. So yeah. Alright guys, so that's going to be about it for this one. Like I said, it was just a 2-day trip. It's actually the next morning now. We're packing up and getting ready to go home. I know there wasn't much to this video, but like I said, it was only a 2-day trip, and we just pretty much came up to cut the grass and check trail cameras, basically. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys later.